What is up, vampires? Today is we're here with another Entitled Parent story. This was 4 hours ago by Cookie Dog 800. Entitled Mom and her little brat wants my mask my grandma made for me. This is getting ridiculous with EMs and masks. Entitled Moms and masks. So my grandma sold her a small hobby, and she made me, my sister, and my mother homemade masks with some fabric that she saved up for years. That were pretty cool. Apparently so cool that they became entitled parent magnets. So OP, her mom, OP, their mother, entitled mom, and then entitled brat. Sorry. So now that I'm 18, I'm applying for a checking and savings account, which means I get a card. That plastic card that acts as cash, not accurate. If you don't know what it looks like, or look it up or ask someone who does have one. So I was wearing the mask that my grandma gave me. It has Pac-Man on it, which is cool. My mother was wearing her mask, which was a solid light blue color scheme. So we went to the credit union, and then we hear some little brat screaming, and the mother screaming too. It was like this: "What do you mean my baby can't get a checking account? He has enough money, and he was an honor roll student for 3 years running. I want a credit card. I want a credit card. I get one because I'm perfect." Okay. Both were screaming at the same time. The poor employee was just a wreck. She couldn't get a word in, and then that brat saw my Pac-Man mask hit the fan again. 11. "I want that mask he has." "Fine, then go get it while I report this employee." That told her little to come over and take my mask off my face. So he tried, but it happened. I was too tall for him to grab my mask. By the way, now would be a good time to mention that this kid was about 5, maybe 6. So my question is, what is a 5 or 6-year-old going to do with a checking card? Then he tried to grab my mask by jumping on me like a freaking I don't know why I saw it as a swear. Like a freaking jungle gym, and he failed. His mom turned her attention to me. "Great. You give my son that mask right now. He deserves it more. He had honor roll for 3 years. Then my mom cut her off. I told her that people like this exist, and there was a subreddit for such cases. But she didn't listen. Now she does. Listen here. My mom has taught kids in high school for almost 10 years. She's put up with some of the stupidest kids from her schools. And she doesn't put up with a lot of BS. My mother made these masks for us to keep us safe. And you and your little house spawn are going to leave us alone, or I will call the police. But I don't give a rat about your kid getting honor roll. If he does, then you reward him. Don't pawn it off on other people. It's your job to do that, not others. So if you want to reward him, then get your money, then go get him something." She left in her little too. My mom was steaming after that, but she calmed down, and we went to get my card and an account. And I've been checking and saving. Now I have a checking and saving account with a nice card to boot too. My mom is now looking on this subreddit to see if there's any truth to what we experienced. She believes now, which is horrible. Stay safe, everyone, and have a good one. Okay, now I'm gonna find another story. So today there will be a couple different stories, so this one's small, posted by Bronze Butterfly. By the way, I would like to mention all the stories I'm reading, you will be able to find in the description, the links to them. This story was in the court section of the local newspaper today, and I thought it was relevant, so here we go. A local man was brought up on charges of assaulting his daughter, as well as using threatening words against her. Apparently, the daughter was just walking along, minding her own business, on her way to get lunch when she encounters her entitled father. He asks her for a hug, and she refuses. She got lunch and was on her way back, but her entitled father followed her blocked her path, slapped her in the face, and threatened to kill her. She escaped and reported him to the police. This bastard of the dad told the court that he did it because she was rude to him. The judge basically told him that the daughter had no obligation to him for hugs or otherwise. The daughter testified in court that she didn't want anything to do with him. The misogynist tried to remind him that he couldn't tell her what to do since she was an adult. Obviously, I didn't. Misogynist, not the proper word. Entitled father insisted that he had rights. Then he brought up her into his world and spent money on her. The judge had to tell him again, and I quote, "Your children have no legal obligation to you. She didn't ask to be brought into this world. You made that decision, and it was your obligation to take care of her. But she is not a child anymore. She is an adult," he advised him. "You wouldn't expect that at your age, your father to come and try to discipline you." It ended up with entitled father being reprimanded and discharged for assault. Now he's on a 12-month bond to keep the peace because of the threats he made to his daughter. If he breaches the bond, he gets to spend 3 months in prison. A little backstory. So I'm 14 and I'm a big Star Wars... posted by Connors Customs. Entitled mom lets her kid destroy over $800 worth of stuff. A little backstory. So I'm 14 and I'm a big Star Wars fan. I have lots of Star Wars stuff, and most of them I paid for mowing lawns. Now, I'm also a Lego fan, but I don't really play with Legos. I make mocks. An example of a mock is if I were to create the Battle of D-Day in Lego form, not really playing, more building. Okay. So I own a few expensive sets. One is worth over $400. And I do also own some other stuff that I spent months making, like a clone helmet, and those things are personal to me. This takes place during New Year's Eve when I was 13. Now on to the story. Cast: the entitled mom, her kid, and then OP. We had a lot of people over at our house. That's what I'm assuming he meant to say. And honestly, I don't like people going through my stuff, so I had to put a chair behind the room where I kept all my Legos. Had a way of getting back in. So I was downstairs for about 30-ish minutes when I went upstairs, and I see it. The door was cracked open, so I go in and see entitled kid messing up my mock, which I had put in around 10 hours and $200. So I was still chill. I'm chill as long as you're not breaking anything. So I tell the kid to leave, and he leaves. I wash the figures. They're $12 each, and with some soap. I don't know. Those hands have been. I set them back up. I would do the same thing, and put the chair back and go to the party. Around 20 minutes later, I haven't seen entitled mom or kid. So I go back upstairs and see entitled kid playing with my two most expensive sets, Republican Gunship and V19 Torrent. And EM is just sitting there, and there's a broken 200 Galaxy Edge lightsaber on the ground. Now, I was mad. I don't even let my friends touch my sets, the more expensive ones. I yell at entitled kid to put the sets down, and he smirks at me and drops them. Thankfully, the Republic Gunship is pretty sturdy, and only a few small things fall off. Easy fix. But the V19 Torrent, on the other hand, that thing had broken. That thing shatters. Thankfully, no actual pieces except for a few. Now I'm mad. Those sets were worth together her $500, and entitled kid had broken the blade of a lightsaber. So I yelled at entitled mom for not disciplining her child, and she was like, "My kid is a sweet little angel, and you don't deserve those." Now I snapped. I told her that her little had broken and messed up over $800 of stuff, and she can go f*** herself. Now, I usually don't swear, but I had it. I told her that she could either give me $600 right now, I could fix the Legos, probably for the lightsaber, or I would sue her for destruction of property. I know a few laws, and I could do that. So, she gives me $600, and I told her to never come back. Thanks for reading. So, this is by Furious Pro. Entitled kid and mom demands that I give them the Cyclo skin. Give me a second, I'm gonna look. Oh, so this is the Cyclo skin. Give me a second, I'm getting a call. So, This is the Republican ship, the one that only a few small things fell off. And in Walmart, it is $750. I'm sorry, what crack is Walmart on? And this is the one that apparently, broke. So I think, these ones on the side are the Galaxy Edge lightsabers. I'm not too sure. That looks expensive. Okay, we're back. So this happened when the Psycho skin came out on Fortnite. Here's a bit of context. I bought the skin and gifted my friend the skin as a late birthday present. I'm sorry if my English is bad. Cast OP, friend, entitled kid, entitled mom. Story. So me and my friend were just chatting in the lobby until we wanted to do some squad. So he invited a friend to join us. As soon as he joins, he yells into the mic, "Both of you got the Cyclo skins!" Yeah. Well, actually, OP gifted it to me for my birthday. Wasn't your birthday 3 days ago? Yeah, but OP couldn't decide what to get until the skin came out. Entitled kid now talking towards me. Can you gift me your skin? Sorry, ma'am, but I don't have enough V-Bucks to gift again. Oh, so even if I did have enough V-Bucks, I don't like gifting to someone I don't know. I'll send you a friend request. OP just said he doesn't have V-Bucks. Even if he did, don't you have to wait 3 days before you can gift a skin? Just give my more V-Bucks. Sorry, but I'm not that rich to buy more V-Bucks. Teddy's kid started to get angry at this point. Give me the skin or else I'm calling my mom. That was his friend chuckling. Okay, I'm still not gifting you. I then hear him take off his headset and start walking away. Me and my friend chatted a bit more until he came back. And Tell Mom then puts on the headset. Hello? Hello? Why aren't you giving my son this skin? Because I don't know your son. He's basically a stranger considering I just met him. Also, I'm not that rich to give people constantly. I'll have you know my husband works for the company that owns this game. Do you happen to know the company's names? EM tries to whisper to EK asking what is the name. Epic Games! I'll be happy to wait for the ban, even though I didn't break any rules. Just give my son the skin. I just had enough, so I kicked him, rejected his friend request, and blocked him. Should I remove him as a friend? Sure. Sorry if it was long or I made spelling mistakes. Also, no, I don't just play Fortnite. I mainly play SSB. I don't know what that is in Minecraft. It wasn't long. I didn't really catch any spelling mistakes. Posted by you, a cat boy. 12-year-old daughter and her best friend were stopped at the local playground by a local mom who asked them if they were on drugs and attempted to intimidate them into a field sobriety test. 12-year-old. My daughter just came home after being out in the neighborhood with her friends to relay the story. This Karen was apparently also at the playground with her own 5-year-old, and I guess she had a problem with normal 12-year-old kids being there too. I'm going back there tomorrow night with both of them to see if we can sort this out. My daughter is so intimidated that she is saying she never wants to go back to the spot again, and that's not okay. You didn't even say what you basically. The title sums it up. I support a certain popular brand that Satrid Tech. Father wants to ban daughter from Google. I support a certain popular brand that uses a priority operating system on their product, but this father calls in and I guess screams at the first advisor as I'm the guy you get when you ask for a manager. I need to fucking block Google. He said this before I even said my name. Okay, what exactly is going on exactly? Is there an app or a website? My daughter had a friend over here, and her friend looked up Disney princesses. I think you can finish this by the title being creative with very right, Ron. wait, we're gonna pretend like I understand. I made sure to vote in Trump so he could stop this type of horrors from our young people. Well, sir, No, don't even think you understand. The girl tried to corrupt my angel. I'm sorry, but a couple of things I need to know first. With blocking Google, is it the app? He doesn't even know I get it set up. So we can view the tablet of unknown brand remotely in OFC. It's the website, not the app. Okay. Are you stupid? Just block it. Never call tech support stupid. Remember, you are calling them, and most of the time, we have the power to say how this goes. Sir, before I can fix the issue, I have to know what it was in. Is this device signed into yours or your daughter's? Is entitled. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Is entitled dad? Well, this is hers. Is this a child account? Well, she's actually 19 and back from university. Well, that doesn't make it more difficult. For us to set up any restriction due to her not being a minor. Just make it happen. I don't even understand why you can't do it. Do it for me, fucking retard. Me? Well, for your security, I'm not able to control your screen, but allow me one moment to check a few things. Fine, idiot. So I complied with this man and made it where his daughter could only go to DuckDuckGo and gave him a call back because I wanted to see the fallout. His daughter had an important research paper due, and her tablet was her only computer. She was luckily the one to call in where she let me know that she had been dating this girl in secret for 2 years and explained everything. It was honestly hilarious. They both came out lucky for her. Her girl's girlfriend parents acted pissed. The dad, they were super chill and basically said they knew and didn't want to blow their cover. But I resolved what the father made us mess up in 3 taps and explained I figured everything. I figured something like that would happen. Oh my god. I will admit, I'm having trouble reading. And kind of having trouble reading this. Like, it might just be me being retarded. But I feel like it's definitely got something to do with some of this just not making sense. Okay, one last story. Okay, last story. Posted by Richard Keck. Entitled Mom Kicks My Golden Doodle. Some backstory. I was walking my golden doodle called Grizzly, so we're just going to call him Grizzly, who was young at this time, basically a puppy. I just ate breakfast and was going to the library. I tied the leash around one of the poles they had for pets. No animals were allowed inside. Makes sense. Anyways, on to the story. I just finished checking out my books and was walking outside when I saw a woman. She was literally the definition of a Karen. Smug look of a Karen, haircut of a Karen, everything. She was walking with her 4 to 5-year-old daughter, who we'll call Kind Child. Entitled Mom asked me, "Can my daughter pet your puppy?" She really wants to. At which I respond, yes. As soon as the Kind Child approached Grizzly, who was still tied up at the pole, he started growling. Now, this is normal behavior for when he encounters a stranger. Entitled Mom said, "What is that? What is it doing?" I calmly responded, "That's normal. He just has to sniff her to get used to her." Kind Child was standing still the whole time to let Grizzly get used to her. She knew how dogs worked. Entitled Mom picked up Kind Child and moved her away from Grizzly. "And will not stand near that monster," I said. "Okay, your choice." I released Grizzly from the pole and he went up to sniff Entitled Mom and Kind Child. Again, normal behavior, of which Entitled Mom ran up to Grizzly and kicked him right in the nose. Personally, if that was my dog, this woman would be lucky she was a woman. Otherwise, I'd totally beat the living daylight out of her. Grizzly wasn't having any of that. I held into the leash tightly when Grizzly, despite being a puppy, looked like he could kill. No, I wouldn't let the dog go. By now, there was a crowd. Entitled Mom tried to run away when old gentleman stepped in and asked what was wrong. She screamed, "He's killed a dog! He's trying to kill me!" old gentleman looked at my cute puppy doing tiny puppy growls and said to entitled mom, "Ma'am, this is a harmless little dog." He walked over to Grizzly, let him smell him, and pet my cute, now calm down Grizzly. Old gentleman then called out to the crowd and asked the golden question, "Any witnesses?" Everyone told the old gentleman about the entitled mom kicking my puppy. Old gentleman then went up to entitled mom, who was denying everything, took out a badge and said, "Put your hands behind your back." Oh my God. Entitled mom tried to run away, but a wall of people stopped her. She got arrested and in the end I let kind child pet Grizzly right in front of entitled mom. Fast forward some years and we have a whole family of dogs. Grizzly loves all his children and grown children. Life is good. So that's going to be the end of the story. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll be back tomorrow for more. Bye!